If you're looking for a better way to achieve your goals, then you might consider trying Goaliath. Goaliath is an app that I built that uses the power of AI to help you organise your goals and split your goals up into various steps, sub-steps and to-dos. So it creates a path from where you are now to where you want to be. So the intention here is to make it very organised, make it very obvious where you should be aiming for. And to do this, I've created one area of my app called Goal Planner. And in here you type in any goal you want to do, when you expect to achieve it, when you want to achieve it. So that could be like, let's say 3 years. The amount of time you can commit to it a day, it could be something like an hour. A daily start time, so if you give like a generic daily start time of when you'd start that goal, which could be sometime after work, so it could be like at 6 o'clock at night, let's say, and an add optional context box. So that's just telling the goal planner what your current situation is. So you could say, for example, I already have a degree in psychology, but I want to learn extra. That way the goal planner, when it creates it, doesn't assume that you're beginning from the start. It has the context of where you currently are. So let's start the creation of a goal. Let's create one. So I'm going to start by putting run a marathon. Run. Oh, we'll make it generic. So I'm going to show you something. So run a marathon, and I want to do that within a year. I'm going to dedicate 1 hour a day, let's say. Daily start time, I'll go for a run at 6 o'clock every morning. Where will you work on this goal? Outdoors. In current context, I have average fitness. Right, so what we have here is a check to start off with. Run goal quality, check before creation. What this does is it applies goal setting theory to your goal. So what it will check for is if it's specific enough or measurable, which is part of goal setting theory. So we'll give it a go. Please enter your goal in time. 1 0. Check goal. So by doing this, we're like following the scientific guidelines, which say that you're more likely to achieve a goal if you do certain things, and that is make it measurable, make it specific, and make it time-based. So this is all things we've added here in this form. So there isn't, what it's coming up with is it's saying that there is a problem. It doesn't follow the goal setting theory. The statement lacks a clear commitment cue. So it's trying to say I will. So it reads like an intention rather than a committed goal. So some of the options it's given me here are: I will complete a certified full marathon in 42 kilometres within 12 months, train outdoors and finish under 4:30. So obviously that's showing me that the goal is measurable, and it's given me a few versions to go with, or I can keep the original version. What I'll do is I'm going to use this version here, which is also editable, by the way. Here you can edit it again, but just for the sake of this, I will show you something else. So we can create a goal standard here. So a goal standard reference is the reference to aim at. So it's like the what you want to become in terms of when you get to the final step of your goal, who you should be aiming to be. So we'll just do that now. So some examples of that could be like a professional marathon runner, what the certain ways they would think and act and behave. It could be just of someone with excellent general fitness. But the idea of having a reference is to know who you are right now and who to try and compare that to in the future, the person you want to be. And that reference report, that is what's being created right now, shows you exactly what AI believes your reference should be. So we've got some things coming through now. So reference, I'm Dean. So Dean completes an outdoor marathon after 12 months, 1 hour, finishing the race, execution, pace and nutrition. So observable signs, what you should see to become the person you want to be. A weekly training log shows progressive mileage with regular runs, few or no missed sessions. Success tests, so completed a time marathon in 42 kilometres outdoors and successfully run a 32 kilometre training long run as planned. So like you say, these are all things to aim for as a reference for who you want to become. Measurements, so it's showing you in the months to come, like month 1, a long run distance, single longest run in a week. So these are all the measurements you want to aim to have in your calibre. And then it shows you the kind of skills that you'll need to develop to become that sort of person. Priority skills to build. For example, you'll want to build aerobic base, pacing, strength. Who to model off? Well, the ideal person is you want to be looking at people like Kipchoge and Hal Higdon. Some sort of constraints that you cannot violate. So what you've put in here is you will do 1 hour a day and your training starts at 6. There's anti-good heart measures, so that shows you that the things that you know ways to cut corners. These are the signs that you're cutting corners. If you read through that, that'll give you some idea. And then there's also the milestone markers. So as a reference, by month 3, you should have a consistent morning habit and progressive build, and weekly mileage is 30. And as you can see, as the months go on, the mileage goes up. So what this has done so far has told you, number 1, that the goal is following goal setting theory, and number 2, you've just created a reference of what you should be aiming for at the end to be the type of person you want to be. Right now, the third step is to create a plan, which will have several steps along the year that you've just put in. So we'll just create that now. This asks if you want to engage the goal. Engaging the goal means you're going to start it right now. So all times, dates start from today. I'm going to engage the goal. And this is what we have here. AI has come up with the steps for your goal to be established. So look, number 1 is give you 90 days for a base establishment, build a reliable morning training habit, and it's give you 90 days to do it. And all these days fit in within the year, and it all progresses down to tape and race execution on the last 30 days and gives you a plan like that. So this is the very first part of the goal setting plan. If we go to other parts of the site, these steps can be broken down into further sub-steps, and those sub-steps can be broken down into further to-dos, so a daily to-do for each sub-step. And what that does, it creates a massive plan of how you can go about getting towards your goal on a daily basis. And it makes it very clear and very easy. And by the way, all these steps are editable by you. If you don't like any of them, you can go back and speak to the AI on another page and say what is possible, if you'd like to tailor what's been said to make it harder, easier, make the durations longer, for example. And as you can see, it's quite dynamic the way this works. If obviously we could have picked any goal and it would have created different steps and different references. Yep, so hopefully you found that interesting. And if you want to give Goaliath a go, there's a free trial. It's a free 5-day trial. and you can go and do that by going to the website at www.goaliath.online. So that's www.goaliath.online. Okay, thank you.